So, what we're going to do tonight is we are going to take you through a lineup of entrepreneurs that we know personally as friends, as clients, as mentors, as coaches, and as leaders, thought leaders in their industry. And we're going to hear from them, share an anecdotal story about an experience with mental health just to bring the inspiration. Okay. So, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hand over World Mental Health Day. We have a lineup of incredible speakers who are looking to share their stories with everyone on this call tonight and everyone who will be catching this event on replay. I know on Thursday nights, people get busy. We had a bunch of messages come in, but I want to start off by introducing Mariana Lopez because Mariana is actually an expert in mindfulness and she works in the corporate field with teams of people in different companies, helping them to achieve a more grounded and sound peace of mind through the work that she does. She also works with individuals, and she was the person who put her hand up and said to us, hey, Thursday is your event, but Thursday next week or the week after is also World Mental Health Day. So, with that, I will hand over to Mariana. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. So yes, my name is Mariana Lopez. I'm from Brazil, but I have been living in London for the past 20 years. I have two boys, aged 10 and 12, and I'm now mindfulness teacher and compassionate as well. So I help busy professionals and corporate teams to reduce stress, to have a more balanced and fulfilled life, and just improve the overall well-being. And I do that through tailored mindfulness practices and within 6 weeks. And I would like to tell you a little bit about my story and how I got into mindfulness. When I had my second child, I suffered with postnatal depression. I also was working corporate HR, so I was in a high pressure environment and with two young kids. So my mental health wasn't great. And although I did do conventional therapy, I found that I needed a little bit more of tools and kind of strategies to help me with my high anxiety at the time. I was having plenty of anxiety attacks, and I enrolled myself into a mindfulness course. At that point, I didn't know anything about mindfulness, never done a meditation in my life or breathing exercise. And I have to say, after I finished my course, mindfulness just totally transformed my life. And from there onwards, I felt like I was more present for my kids and I was much more grounded. And then I decided that I want to teach that for as many people as I could. And I decided to become a teacher, mindfulness teacher, and hopefully transform other people's lives as well. And if there's one thing I would like you guys to take away, even as busy entrepreneurs and business owners, between meetings, in between calls, even when you're super busy, if you have one time, 1 minute to pause, ground yourself, take a couple of deep breaths, and then come back to your day, it will transform your life. So that's a little bit on me. Thank you so much. And I would pass to Taliba. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Taliba. I'm 42. I'm from Birmingham in the UK. I have two children, 24 and 6. I am actually a qualified nurse. I have been a nurse for 10 years, but crossed over to aesthetics. I've been doing aesthetics for about 4 years now. I used to work for the Harley Medical Group. That's where I actually found my passion for aesthetics. Um, and then kind of just took it from there. I have been venturing out on my own and just trying to find my feet in that sector of the business. Um, Working in the NHS obviously is a very stressful environment. So I wanted to be like Mariana, be present for both of my children, and for myself. You don't actually get much time to be human when you're working for a big organization like the NHS. So it was very hard adjusting to coming out of that sector and actually being present. That sounds mad, but being present was probably one of the hardest things that I've had to struggle with. When you're working in a big organization like that, you're constantly on rotation. You never have time to think and sit down. So this has been very enlightening. So yeah.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Karen Evans, Reiki Master Practitioner and Teacher, and proud owner of Gifted Hands Reiki. Through my Reiki sessions and training, I help individuals on all levels of their healing journey, empowering them to achieve balance and ultimate health and well-being. I'm deeply passionate about supporting individuals with additional needs and their families, drawing from my own personal experiences to provide understanding and guidance. I empower them through energetic healing, addressing their unique challenges. My sessions are designed to be easily adaptable to meet individual needs, for example, incorporating tools such as sensory toys, weighted blankets, and flexible session lengths, whilst creating a comfortable and relaxed environment for my clients and their caregivers. As regards training, I teach all levels of Reiki, guiding students from their initial self-healing journey to becoming qualified practitioners and eventually teachers. This progression allows them to work on friends and family, do distant Reiki, and ultimately share the transformative power of Reiki with others. I'd like to share a personal story about how I came to love Reiki and how it helped me. It profoundly impacted my mental health, and I genuinely believe that without it, I would have ended up in a very dark place. My journey with Reiki began over 13 years ago when I realised that I needed to take action regarding my health. I was struggling with stress and then later depression, feeling overwhelmed just by daily tasks. As a parent, I've navigated significant challenges, including managing severe health issues and mental health struggles within my family. There were times when I actually felt so overwhelmed and guilty for not recognising the depth of those struggles sooner. Then 5 years ago, our lives took a dramatic turn when I received alarming news about a serious accident involving a loved one. I was met with uncertainty and fear until I saw them in the hospital, where we learned of multiple serious injuries. Almost 5 years later, we're still navigating the aftermath, and there are still ongoing challenges, including potential PTSD. The gentle healing practice offered me a much needed sense of calm and balance, relieving anxiety and stress while renewing my connection to my inner self. The soothing energy helped me process my emotions and build resilience amidst adversity. Reiki actually became a really vital tool in my healing journey, providing me with a peaceful refuge and reminding me of my inner strength. This experience deepened my empathy and inspired me to create a safe space for others to heal, encouraging them to incorporate Reiki into their holistic toolkit. So thank you for listening to me, and I would now like to pass you over to the lovely Edgar.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Edgar Valentelis from Lithuania. I live in Norway and working like a painter, house decorator, and building portfolio of properties some will earn me passive monthly incomes. I help people feel great at home, making their homes cozy and beautiful through my paintings. And I'm also a real estate owner, renting out my properties to those who can buy their new homes. So my story is short, but I was tired of painting only after 20 years. So 20 years doing the same, 20 years with the same money for the same exchange of hours. My results were more or less the same. So this did not inspire me longer. So I have been thinking a lot about another income source. I had a dream of becoming a real estate agent, but I felt completely stuck. It was like every thought about my desire was stopped by logic thinking. Like you can do that, you don't have the money, it's just a dream that never will happen. And so on. To be inspired is so important for you, for your mental health. It gives me energy. That time back, I made a decision to work on my thoughts and make them become reality. I decided to join Business Growth Mastermind. When I joined, I did not really know what I was doing, but I trust Bjorn and Lindsay. After only a few weeks, I was happier and more laugh and easier go to contact with strange peoples, and I have revived my dreams. So my belief has changed to gain better mental health. So you have to make decision towards what you want. When you do that, you will gain energy and inspiration and feel in much better health. So make a decision to follow your dreams today. Thank you. And now time to amazing lady Cheryl.
Oh, thank you, Edgar. That was a very inspiring story. Thank you for that. You always make me smile, you do. So hello everybody. My name's Cheryl Bailey. I am 50 years old and I am the owner of a business called Elevated Therapies, where I practice Reiki healing, mediumship, and beauty treatments. So I tend to focus on helping people balance their mind, body, and spirit. So that's where my passion predominantly lies. My own life has been a journey through many challenges and transformations, which has given me kind of like a unique understanding of what true healing really involves. I feel that, you know, when you decide to become a healer of any capacity in this world, it's usually because you've been through much trauma of your own, and that is definitely true in my case. So at Elevated Therapies, I create a nurturing space where people can find healing, relaxation, and empowerment, whether it's for beauty or for spiritual sessions. My goal is always the same, and it's to provide a truly transformative experience that goes beyond the surface. What makes my approach unique is that therapies often organically blend into each other. I don't know why this happens. I just know that it happens, and it seems to be more instinctual than anything else. It's never been in my control. I kind of learnt it by accident, but it seems to work really, really well for my clients. So for instance, a massage might naturally include Reiki energy and sound therapy, or during a facial, I may receive a message from spirit for that person, depending on whatever it is that client needs, tends to be what happens on the day. So I'll find that quite exciting, and the clients always feel that they're getting so much more than what they bargained for. So it's a win-win all around. I also teach Reiki and help others to tap into their innate Reiki healing abilities and discover a deeper spiritual connection within themselves. So my work's not just about the treatments, it's about creating a lasting and meaningful change and offering people the tools that they need to thrive. So just a little background on me. So my journey so far has been eventful, to say the least, with many twists and turns. I have a background in finance. I got 25 years in the corporate world, doing that, where I learned a lot. I learned an awful lot, to be fair, and I made a decent living from it. I made a fairly decent living from it, but I never really felt completely fulfilled. It was never really me. I knew there had to be more to life. Then about 8 years ago, after facing so many different traumas, I literally went through grief, divorce, depression, physical illness, and my health hit a rock bottom, like a real rock bottom, 8 years ago. It all came to a point, as life does for so many others. That was when I realized something needed to change. It was like going through these tough times was literally the beginning of my spiritual journey. So while I was recovering, I helped a friend of mine in a beauty salon. And what started as just occasionally helping her out with the books turned into a full-time passion. So as I trained in the beauty therapies, I discovered I was connecting with clients on a deeper level, often like intuitively understanding their needs and not really knowing how or why. And I was enjoying it at the same time. I was really enjoying it and finding a lot of satisfaction from it. So this led me to explore Reiki healing more and chakra balancing. And then I looked into mediumship and I started developing there and other spiritual practices. And I soon realized that healing in its many forms is my true calling. So I've experienced firsthand the power of these therapies in my own healing journey. And I often have the idea that I want to give that same type of relief for my customers. I want them to know that there's a way out of their trauma. No matter what the treatment, my goal is always to help them connect with themselves and find peace in the midst of the chaos that they find themselves in. For example, clients of mine like Misha, she reported to me that she found a single mediumship session with me was more impactful than years of talk therapy. And Joe, a young man who's dealing with anxiety, is now grown to be really confident. He comes to me regularly and we work on his spiritual development, and he's now a really centered person, and he's really connecting with his spiritual side so much more. And it's almost like he's got to know himself better. And Hannah, who came in for a simple massage, and she left with a deeper healing experience tailored specifically to her needs on the day. Neither of us knew what was going to happen. She was open to it, and it ended up being a fantastic experience for us both. So my mission to share the love and healing that holistic therapies can offer, and to empower others to embrace their own journey of growth and transformation is what it's all about for me. It's what makes everything worthwhile in my book. So that's pretty much it from me. So thank you for listening, and I really hope that my story inspires you to jump on the path towards your healing journey too. So I'll pass over now to the fantastic Amber.
Hi everyone. Thanks, Cheryl. It was beautiful. So I'm based in Birmingham, and I am a hypnotherapist and energy coach, and also a theatre artist. And I help people, professionals, and particularly those who have some neurodivergent conditions such as ADHD, to overcome blocks to their success and to their dreams, especially issues of self-sabotage and procrastination, burnout, all of those sensations which make us feel that we can't achieve what we want to do in spite of our best intentions. And I, over the years, myself have experienced a lot of those issues through working in law firms over many years. I was constantly on a cycle of burnout. And so I went on a huge journey myself to try and find techniques which were effective. And I was doing dance, contact improvisation, creative writing, theatre, shamanic healing, so many different types of therapies. And after a while, somebody suggested that I should try hypnotherapy because it gives the techniques, it teaches techniques in an effective way, and also works on the mind at a deeper level. And that's when I started becoming more conscious of how to control my thoughts in order to control the emotions. And so I then decided to train to become a hypnotherapist, and also to use techniques which integrate the mind, body, and soul. Because when you're working just on one level, if you're just working with the mind and it doesn't go into the subconscious level, or it doesn't connect with you on a spiritual level, and also doesn't go into the body, it's a lot more difficult to move forward, or at least that was the case for me. And so I found that I wanted to help other people to benefit from all of the extensive research and learnings that I had been exploring over the years. And so I used neurosomatic techniques and a lot of different CBT methods as well, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, and look to reprogram the subconscious, which is where all of those thoughts that we're not necessarily aware of lurk. And it's really important to become conscious of them so that we can change them and therefore move forward. Because what a lot of people find is they've consciously decided to do something, but it's actually very difficult to make the changes that they want because of those underlying thoughts. So then I discovered the work of Lindsay and Bjorn and decided to take the leap and actually go into this full time rather than just doing it in my own time. And my mission now is to help as many people as possible to feel more aligned with their true selves and to feel like they are empowered to achieve their dreams and overcome the procrastination, the self-sabotage, all the blocks to their progress so that they can keep along the path that they want and live their fullest lives. And with the techniques that I use, that can be done in as little as 20 days. And if I had one tip to give everybody now, it would be to become aware of the subconscious thoughts. And actually, one more is finding like a community group for support, such as the mastermind group we have with Lindsay and Bjorn, because that really helps to accelerate the process. And yeah.
Hi there, that was amazing, Amber. Thank you. Yes, my name is Clarissa. I am a singer-songwriter based in London, and I help venues with a transformative night of entertainment that they have delighted audiences who keep on coming back and bring more people to join in with the fun, to raise the vibration of the venue so that all who are present can be transported to their own feelings of joy and upliftment through listening to my music. Without the need to travel, or whilst in the comfort of their seats, they can take a journey through their senses and be enlivened for that day, that night, that period of time. It's an unforgettable experience. And I'll just share a bit of a story with you. So I've always sung. I sung before I could speak, actually. So it's always been a passion of mine. But life can sometimes get in the way, and sometimes the need to do what you're supposed to do, maybe something more formal, can sometimes push you into thinking that something that's innate is, not so valuable anymore. But I got to a point where I decided to embark upon my music, and I went into a partnership actually with another performer. It was me singing and they were the accompanist. And we had a musical partnership and a professional partnership for a decade. And towards the end of that decade, actually, I happened to come across Lindsay's work and Bjorn's work. And what I realized was that I was deeply unhappy at that point in both my professional and personal relationship. And I couldn't express what I really wanted to do musically and personally. And it all came to a head where my health was also suffering very badly, physical health. And the living environment that I was in was also not healthy for me. And through the work with Lindsay and Bjorn, I suddenly realized that I'd accumulated these habits and accepting life as it was and not being able to vocalize how I really felt, which sort of led to misery and despair. And through doing the work with Lindsay, I found that I've accumulated habits that are creating joy, and I actually believe in my dream again. And it's not just the dream that I had when I was a little child, it's a new thing unlocked and uncovered, which has propelled me into, I've always written, but creating my EP inside of the work I've been doing with Lindsay. I left the relationship, the professional and personal relationship. I also left the living environment I was in, which would never have happened before. And I'm now embarking upon creating my own music, speaking as I'd like to be able to touch, move, and inspire others. And I think one of the other biggest takeaways I'd say is gratitude. Amongst the many awesome things that Lindsay and Bjorn have taught me, gratitude is one of the biggest things that shifts how I feel, and how I see the world. And I really would leave that with everyone today. So thank you so much. And I would like to pass on to the lovely Lena.
Thank you so much. Yeah, my name is Lene Stoltz. I live in Oslo, Norway, and I have a beautiful family in Uganda, my fiance and my 5.5-year-old stepson. I'm an artist, singer, songwriter, guitarist, performer, and I help others to deal with their emotions through my music. And to get feedback from my fans and my listeners is the reason why I do what I do. To touch people's heart with my music is what drives me the most. So a little background story. When I was 7, I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome. It was very taboo back in the 90s. So it was like a big secret that I didn't want to tell anyone about. So I just put on a mask, a big smile, and I had to hide my tics. And I used a lot of energy on that. But the music became my therapy, where I could always find a home, like where I could relax to be myself, and maybe the tics disappear. I don't remember, but I was very concentrated when I played the guitar and I sang. Later in my life, I've been moving a lot from place to place, and it's been hard to always create a new network and new friends. So I suffered with anxiety, depression, loneliness, you know. So I also was in and out of the doctors and on and off jobs. And in 2015, I got a diagnosis called hypothyroidism. And I started medication and I went to the gym, I changed my diet, and I became so much better. So I was also on a retreat in 2018 where I worked on my anxiety. And after that, I made a decision that anxiety is never, ever going to stop me from doing anything in my life ever again. So I released my debut single after that. And unfortunately, COVID came. So I had a break there. But in 21, I met Björn, Eric, and Lindsay, the mentors here. And I traveled to Uganda because a study partner from the group, he also was a musician. So we wrote music, we performed, we were on TV. I had my 15 minutes of fame in Uganda on the news and everything. It was like an artist dream. I was living there. And I'm actually the writer of the song that you heard in the intro before the meeting started. It's called Would You Ballet, You Become What You Think. It's inspired by self-development things that we learned in the group. So about the group here, I love having a support system and a group of people to start my day with. They are always positive, supportive, and someone to push me and just to be in a community with like-minded people and not having to stand alone is very crucial. So I would definitely recommend to join this group. So yeah, thank you so much. Next is Julie.
Okay, so thank you, Lena. That's lovely. So hi everyone, my name is Julie Baker. I'm a transformational healer. And I help those that feel stuck and disconnected release unlimiting beliefs, emotional blockages, and energetic imbalances. I help them gain clarity and confidence and a deeper connection with their true selves without following conventional self-help approaches that may not resonate or don't actually get to the root cause. So I use a unique and personalized blend of Reiki, other energy healing modalities, NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, timeline resourcing, and hypnosis to achieve lasting transformational results in as little as 6 to 12 weeks. So a personal story, not so long ago, I was working in the corporate world and I felt stuck, disconnected, and totally unfulfilled. I knew there was more to life and I didn't know how to break free from all the pressure of work, feeling totally stressed and burnt out, and I was feeling like that for many, many years. It had a dramatic effect on my physical and mental health. So much so, I had a nervous breakdown in 2016. And the effects of long-term depression and anxiety resulted me in being diagnosed with a condition called fibromyalgia. I now know that this was just a wake-up call from the universe, urging me to change my life, to do something that served my soul. So bit by bit, I started putting the pieces of my life back together, and I delved into energy healing, into self-development, and I discovered all my natural innate healing gifts. And now it's my turn to help others. So I have a big dream of creating my own retreat and holistic centre, which I will make happen with the help of this group, this really transformational group. If you come and be a part of it, you won't regret it. And one thing I need to say to you is we can't stop life happening to us, but we can reinvent ourselves so we become more resilient, so that we can weather any storm. And I am living proof of that. But today I'd like to just share a simple technique with you. So when you've got chaos all around you, this simple technique will help calm the mind and also help calm your nervous system. So all you need to do is just get your thumb and your index finger, gently rub your finger and thumb together, and just with a slight pressure so you can feel all the nodules or the little bits of your fingertips. Maybe close your eyes. It's best if you do it for 2 minutes, but obviously we haven't got that time here today, but it's something you can take away. So close your eyes, breathe deeply. Rub your fingertips together. Just feel all the little ridges in your fingertips. And just notice how it calms everything down instantly. So whenever you're in a position where you feel emotionally thought, you're in chaos, you don't know what to do next, you can't think straight, just do this exercise and it will give you clarity. It will help you calm you down and give you the space in your head that you need.
But anyway, thank you so much, Julie, for this amazing introduction with this small, I love it, these small tips about this calm down. It helped me to take this introduction. But anyway, my name is Ronny Bjørnestad. I'm 49 years young. I came from a beautiful town, Farsund, in Norway. I have raised 4 amazing kids between 18 and 24 years with my beautiful wife, Mette. I'm a world-class martial artist and doing Kyokushin karate for over 37 years now. I'm an owner and the founder of Health Academy. I'm a specialist in the fitness, men's fitness and health. I help men who are overweighted, out of shape and stiff, and have some health issues. I help them to be more flexible through stretching, lose weight through some easy principles by eating better and healthy food, and to put the right nutrition in the body. I also help people through breathing exercises, like to calm down and to get better sleep and more energy. I also help fitness men to adjust and peak their performance. Back in 2022, I was very stuck in life. I get separated with my wife. I was financially stuck. I was living in a small apartment, and I felt very sorry for myself. Mentally, I was on the lowest ever. I needed help, so I talked to Lindsay and Bjørn. I said, I need help. And what happened? Boom! Listen now. I get some tools and coaching through two programs, Accelerate Your Life and Thinking into Results. And of course, I did add more tools to it. What I did every day was gratitude, breathing exercises, winter swimming, barefoot walking, more running and mountain hiking, a lot of times to myself to come down, and kayaking and so on. And because of these tools and coaching with Bjørn and Lindsay, I have no better relationship with my family. I'm back with my wife. I get a job as a health coach, actually the first one offshore for the oil company KC Deutag. And life is smiling. Life is very good. And because of these tools and everything starts with your mind, folks. 90% is mind, 10% is action. So what can I say? Join a community. Join a community like the Business Growth Mastermind. Take action. take the decision today. You will never regret. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Love you all. You rock. Thank you so much for me.
All right. Thank you, Ronnie. That was truly, I mean, ice-baiting. Wow. Yeah, I think I will never do that. But anyway. So, hey, everyone. My name is Charlotte Kvalvik. I was made in Norway 50 years ago, and this is also where I live, right outside of Oslo. I'm sorry if you heard a dog. Somebody's coming. I work as an artist and a songwriter, writing songs for myself and other artists, but mostly I help music supervisors by giving them tailored songs for placements with TV shows, movies, commercials, basically anywhere you can hear music. I have been singing more or less my whole life, but I haven't always been making music, just for the past 3 years or so. 4 years ago, I was living in Iceland on a farm. We had horses, chickens, sheep, and other animals. And I was also working full-time as a shop manager in pharmacy. But on August 4 years ago, something changed in my life very drastically. We were taking some of our horses for a ride. But the horse that I was riding on, he didn't seem to like the idea of me horseback riding. So he decided to make me fly. So I did for a few seconds until I hit the ground, flying, leaving me with an irreversible neck injury and head damage and a lot of bruises, preventing me from going back to work or function normally in my daily life. So that was that. And I was exhausted all the time. I couldn't sleep. My body was aching. My brain was cloudy. I felt really useless, depressed. I had panic attacks, and I was really not in a happy place at all. I think it was almost a year after that incident. I think the universe, sorry, wanted me to do something else than being a zombie and feeling sorry for myself. So it started showing me this Facebook ad of songwriting classes. But I didn't think that was for me, because I think, I was thinking that if you were writing songs, you had to be an artist or a musician, which I wasn't at the time. So I kept dismissing that ad, but it just kept popping back up again and again, very persistent. But I'm very happy it did, because I decided to take a better look and to join a free webinar. And I think that was probably the most of the best decisions I've ever made. I took 1 year mentoring program at a school called Songwriting Academy, and I began making songs every day. And I could just feel the way my creativity started to flow. My brain woke up, my mood started to change. I felt better than I had in such a long time. It was like something clicked inside, like I found a purpose in that way. It kind of felt weird, but music is good therapy, guys. I can tell you that. It's just, but up until now, or like a month ago, I think, before I started, met with Lindsay and Björn. I met them before, but not on this program. I haven't really looked at my music as a business, more like a hobby, I think. Didn't really take it seriously. It was just something I did because it was a therapy and I did for fun. And I haven't not really made dramatic changes, just tiny things about getting up early every morning, having a plan, having focus, being surrounded by these amazing people of groups that you've been introduced to tonight, and making a decision for myself. I think that's the biggest part, actually, and also the mindset. That's what changed for me, or changing the mindset. And I really found that here in this group with these guys. So I guess sometimes life throws you off a horse and you find a new direction in life. So a better one. But I'm not saying that you should get thrown off a horse, but yeah. So anyway, I'm now going to send a word over to Geir. So have an amazing evening, guys.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you. Amazing story. Okay, hi, I'm Geir Halvorsen. I am the founder of itchef.com, and I'm working with my two children. We are solution providers that make running your business easier and smoother. We make websites, funnels, and other marketing tools easier to manage. We also manage it for you when you don't have the time or knowledge. We also give customer support remotely and locally. Don't waste your precious time if we can help you. And here's my little story. I made my way into the business world for over 20 years ago with little success and has done a lot of projects through all those years, mostly internet and tech related stuff, and I have also been in the refurbished computer service business. For some years as sales and marketing. Today I manage my brother's web store and web pages, which I built in earlier days, and my own business. You have probably seen those tents on TV, but all these years of hard work and down spirals does something with you as a person. And that's my point today. The thoughts I had sometimes scares me today. And there are something inside me which kept me alive, but not everyone has those things in them. If we ask someone about how their days are, how they have it, we often wait for the short answer, and often we give that answer if we are asked ourselves. And I think that's not the best solution. But we should be ready for the longer version, and which tells us the real story, the story about the struggle and the pains. And we should give those stories too when we are asked. Let us tell the truth to each other. Don't hide, don't run from it. It's a matter of life and death, actually, for many. To many people, men especially ends their life because of things like this. Listen and tell. Love you all. Over to you, Sandra.
Thank you. You are amazing. We all love you. I'm Sandra from Serbia, and I'm 49-year-old or young. I produce luxury casual bags for women on the go, whether you're a businesswoman or you travel often and you need a stylish and convenient way to carry your things. My brand is perfect for you. It's light, it's fashionable, and it's also animal friendly or vegan. And I started my business after COVID. I got inspired during COVID to start something new. Before that, I worked in the corporate office. That was a bit stressful. And while I'm listening to everybody here, I realized that I had my own like stories with like bad energy around me, and I feel like who we surround ourselves with is really, really important for our mental health, and also giving time to yourself and being very aware of what you think, because what you think comes out as the energy, and the people around you pick up that energy, and you just attract the same of the bad thoughts or the same of the bad things. So the amazing thing with this group is that everybody is in a high vibe all the time, and everybody supports each other, and that's what you need. You need somebody to push you when, like, things are a little bit rough that day. You need just great people around you, no matter where you are. So I'm gonna pass the throne to Michelle.
Thank you very much, Sandra. Good evening, everyone. And firstly, I would like to say thank you very much for joining us for this very important discussion tonight on mental health and entrepreneurship. I'm Michelle, the founder of Moon and Mars, and my mission is to empower women to help them overcome their blocks and self-limiting beliefs. I support wellness business owners in gaining qualifications to enhance their current businesses, and I help women launch side hustles. I also run a monthly membership platform that connects women to their intuition. I encourage them to grab life by the balls and shout as loud as they want about who they are. Now, I haven't always been self-employed. In fact, to leave the 9 to 5 for me was extremely scary. I left a £70,000 a year career running accounts departments to enter the world of self-employment with zero income to start with. And it was terrifying for me. It was absolutely terrifying. Now, I didn't always have the 9 to 5 pressure. I did suffer extreme burnout from that, and I couldn't remember my password. Like, it was that bad. My password was my name. So my burnout was really bad from the 9 to 5, and that's what kind of pushed me to leave it. But I also had stress from my personal life. So I suffered domestic violence whilst I was pregnant. I had to live in a homeless shelter. I felt extremely suicidal. I suffered extreme anxiety and PTSD during that time because mine and my daughter's life was at risk. Moving on from that, I was diagnosed with ADHD that everybody around me seemed to know that I already had, but I honestly didn't know. It was a big shock to me. My daughter, after that, she is now on her path to being diagnosed with autism. I've also been broke as a joke, and I've been dripping in Gucci. And I can tell you, from me, my point of view, neither experiences were great for me. I'd like to find the middle ground. So here are some strategies I have found that have helped me maintain balance with my mental health whilst working for myself. Number one is set boundaries to create a work-life balance. So turn off your laptop, turn off your work phone, create a working day, whether you want to stick with your 9 to 5, but for your own business. Doing this is going to help you come back the next day with a lot more energy and a lot more creativity. Now, number 2 and 3 are very closely linked together. So practicing mindfulness and then celebrating your small wins. So by practicing mindfulness, by setting a to-do list that you can actually achieve, not like the ones that Bjorn was talking about at the beginning, you know, the A4 bits of paper that are dripping. That was my speciality. So if you can just create a to-do list that is actually achievable and then celebrate the things that you've achieved, it's going to boost your motivation and positivity. And finally, but I think it's actually the most important, is by building a support network around you. You're going to feel encouraged and more positive to push through with your business on the days you do have procrastination, on the days that you do think, I can't do this, because trust me, everybody thinks they can't do this, no matter how much money they earn or how long they've been in business. So reach out to fellow entrepreneurs, maybe local business groups, local networking groups. Find some mentors maybe that can help you understand the unique pressures that you're going through. Find your group of people, like everybody who's been speaking tonight, who are my support network, and my beautiful mentors that are Bjorn and Lindsay, because they have made me feel so much more passionate about my business. I cannot tell you. So thank you very much for listening to me. I'm going to pass over now to the amazing Rune.
Thank you so much for a very inspiring story, and I'm thrilled to be the last one speaking in this 3-minute sessions. Yes, guys, I have been talking to you guys before, but now I will just tell my story. And my name is Rune Bjørnstad, and I have over 37 years of experience in martial arts. Throughout my life, I have developed a strong passion for both physical and mental health, and I have made it to my goal to inspire others to do the same. I am 49 years and married to my dear wife, Kirsty, and together we have 3 wonderful children, Thomas, Susanna, and our beloved Frederick, who we sadly lost in a motorcycle accident June this year. I'm also a proud father-in-law to Jonas, who is Susanna's husband, and we live in a beautiful coastal town in Farsund, Norway. I help people improve their health and mindset, and I support them in making good choices for their bodies and minds. Through coaching and guidance, I support them in making good choices for their health, mental strength, and relationships. My experience in martial arts and the disciplines that comes with it. have given me the tools to inspire others to find their inner strength. Life has given me many challenges, and the biggest trail was losing our son, Frederick, in June 24. The grief is deep, but I have found the strength in my faith. I will one day see him again. Every day, I wear his cross around my neck as a reminder of both his life and our faith in being reunited in heaven. My faith gives me strength to face life's challenges with an open heart and strong mind. I have learned that we always have a choice in how we approach life. Every day I choose to focus on gratitude for my health, for my family, and for the small blessings that each day brings. My tools, including martial arts, breathing exercise, cold bathing, and healthy diet, which provide me with both physical strength and mental clarity. These routines have helped me to stay strong even in the toughest times. My daily habits is to start with gratitude, and also tools including martial arts and ice bathing, and to stay focused on what I can do today with my life and my mindset to help the people around me, but also my family, and tell and point to them, what are you grateful for today? The most important choice I made was in 2023. I chose to take a break from my offshore work to be more present with my family and give them the extra support and guidance we all needed. It gave me an invaluable time with Frederick, time I would never have had if I hadn't made that choice. And that was a quantum leap that year. That time is something that time is something I carry with me every day, and it reminds me of the importance of being present of those we love. This year is encouraged to set aside just 8 minutes each day to call someone you care about. It's easier to think and means more than you realize. World Day is important, but mental health applies every day, not just on to be no matter what. Remember to take care of yourself and those around you always. Taking small steps for your own mental health and give a big effect. Some things we fix ourselves, or times we need help from others. We in the family are very grateful for preciously this. Me and my family is so very grateful for this time, because people are giving us so much love and support, and this day is very special for us, to this World Mental Health Day. Today is 4 months, actually today is 4 months since the fatal accident. Dare to care, be there for each other. Thank you guys so much for listening at me. I hope my story can inspire you to choose the gratitude and to make good choices for both mental and physical health. My faith gives me hope, and I wish you all to find the strength you need in life. Thank you for me.
Wow, Rune, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who has shared such incredible stories about your journey, about your experiences in life. And I think today I can honestly say we have made a true tribute to World Mental Health Day